Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Donjo number AR-9K613. This is an oil-rubbed bronze, what they call a hole filler plate, but it is really a package of trim rings is more appropriate to call this. First of all, when you buy one, you're going to get a pair. You're going to get two each. These are available in obviously what they call the 613 finish, which is oil rubbed bronze. This is certainly very complementary to oil rubbed bronze, but it is not technically oil rubbed bronze because it's some sort of coating over aluminum. Maybe it's powder coated or sprayed, I'm not exactly sure. This material is available in three different finishes. Let me tell you what those are now. Polished brass, which is 605, the oil rubbed bronze, which is 613, and then 630, which is stainless steel. So the oil rubbed bronze, this is not a true oil rubbed bronze, but it's certainly very complementary. It would, I really wouldn't disqualify it based on the fact that you're going to see little, if none of this, when you have your lever installed. What this is used for specifically is when you have a lever and you need to install it onto a thin door. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work, but let me give you the details to determine by which you can determine if it will work. First of all, this is 3.5 inch in diameter, and there is a link below this video to a document called Template, and that will show you all of the important dimensional properties, not only the diameter, but obviously the inside hole, which will be 2 1/8. The center to center of the holes and the orientation of the plates on the door would be used this way, where these half circle cutouts are at 12 6, and these little notches are at 9 3. And that's intended for the through bolts for your lever to go through. And the center to center on that is 2.546, so 2 9/16. Incredibly close to that. Probably 2 and 17/32 would be close to that as well. So now you know the diameter of the hole of the plate, both inside and outside. You know the center to center for the holes that are at 12 6. So it's just heavy on 2.5. Now the other question is, what's the thickness? They have it at 0.125, and that's 1/8 of an inch, and the caliper says that it's 0.121, so as close to 1/8 of an inch as you can get. So two of these, of course, together would nominally give you a 1/4 inch thickness. So the description for this item from Donjo states that this is intended for use on 1 3/8 doors when you're going to apply a lever set to it. The question will become is, what's the minimum thickness that your lever set will work on? Will it work on something that's nominally 1 5/8? Keeping in mind that a door, an 1 3/4, especially a wood door, is not necessarily going to be 1.75 thick, 1.75 inch. So what you're dealing with there is needing to know precisely what your thickness is of the door, meaning an 1 3/4 thick wood door could measure 1.71 inch. Meaning if you put a caliper on it, you'll see that it's not a full 1 3/4 inch thick. That's number one. Number two, these are nominally less. So these two put together are going to be not quite a 1/4 inch, although very close, 2.42 inch. 2.42 inch. So when you add that with the actual thickness, and then knowing how minimum thickness your door will work on, you can arrange at whether or not this will work. I suppose you could even stack these together. You might buy two packages and have them on the door this way. You might simply need to put a commercial grade lever onto an 1 3/8 thick wood door, which is uncommon, or an 1 3/8 thick metal door, which is equally, if not more, or less common, I should say. But the point of the matter is now you've got the details to determine by which these will or will not work. The fact of the matter is I don't sell these very often, so the circumstances by which they're used or called into play, in my experience, are rather rare. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full line Donjo catalog, but more appropriately you can pull up the subsections because that catalog as a download is large and unwieldy because of its size in both length and document size. So the individual subsections are there for you to review specifically. Now Danjo, as you can see, has 10 or 12 subcategories of material in trim and auxiliary hardware. They have very good quality trim and auxiliary hardware, especially when it comes to kick plates, push and pull plates, door stops, door holders. Their relatively new line of ladder poles and pivot hardware as well. I'm yet to review some pivot hardware, and I'd like to be able to do that. But it's their line of latch guards and door reinforcing plates that they're most widely known for. If you know Danjo, you probably know it for those two lines. So the point is, you know what they already do, review the rest of what they do if you have more than an occasional need for trim and auxiliary hardware. Any questions on the Danjo AR-9K set of trim rings or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.